Good morning. It is Friday, November 22nd, and I just finished a 4.7 mile run. It was rainy at the beginning, stopped at the end, but there's no breeze, so it was pretty comfortable. I did it in a pace of 11 minutes, 23 seconds. I'm more than thrilled because I wasn't trying to, and I was 197 on the scale this morning, so still running a bit heavy, but the running went okay. No pains, no aches. I skipped running yesterday because my back was stiff Wednesday night. Wednesday was going to be a rest day, so I've actually had 2 rest days. So feeling pretty good since I'm really not in any kind of training routine, just trying to stay in relative shape till January. The distance is fine. During my non-running section, I did finish A Gentleman in Moscow. It was a good book, really enjoyed it. One of those few books that when they did a screen adaptation, they did it justice, because while there were slight changes in both of them, they both felt pretty good. Now I'm listening to a book called Carla's Game. I think the genre is called pastiche. Basically, it's a novel about George Smiley, the main protagonist in a number of John le Carré's books through the 60s, 70s, and 80s. There's the famous Smiley trilogy that he did, which started with Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I think I've read it, listened to it 3 times, and there have been a number of TV and movie adaptations. So this book is supposed to take place before that, but after a book he did called The Spy That Came In From the Cold. I've actually listened to all of the pre-Tinker Tailor John le Carré books with George Smiley. It kind of starts off, the first 2 or 3, he's kind of a mysterious guy who helps solve some local murders before he shows up as an intelligence agent or officer. I think he always was, but it was more of a, like I said, murder mystery. This one is unique. It's written by his son. I don't remember the name now of the author, of the nom de plume he was using. I'll remember it next time. But it's his son who wrote it. Got a really kind of clever author's note talking about why his father never did a George Smiley book after The Honorable Schoolboy, or else I think it might have been I can't remember what it was. The 3rd book in the trilogy. He said basically he'd seen so many actors perform the George Smiley character that he could no longer authentically, in his head, get Alec Guinness out of his mind's eyes. It made it difficult for him to write the dialogue. So far I'm only in the first hour. We haven't even gotten to George Smiley yet, but I'm looking forward to listening to it. It's going to be a quiet day. I've got to write the newsletter. I haven't been on since we had the board meeting on Tuesday. I went for 3 hours with everyone in the community, having a chance to squawk about the budget. But in the end, not enough people voted against it, so it passed. I've got to somehow add a really short, succinct summary about that meeting in a newsletter to get it off, so it could be sent out. So that's today's activity. You can see blue sky above me, like I said. It was raining at first, and now it's clearing up. So I'll leave it at that. Hope everyone's doing well. We'll catch you next time.